that one?
Sure. They just didn't give us easy points. They made us earn every single point, and if we made a mistake, they really did just shove it down our throat.
Yes, Coach. It looks like Jaali and Jess had a lot of success on the left side of your attack tonight early on in the match. What did you see from Nebraska's perspective to, I guess, to improve their block and try and nullify that a little bit?
You're saying what did Nebraska do to, well, Jaali had success all night long. I think they've got pretty good blockers across, all of their blockers are obviously good blockers. I think you start to read a hitter throughout the match, and you start to read their tendencies, and you start to read their shoulders. So a lot of times we'll see that with our blockers, that as the match progresses, you get more comfortable and you start to clamp on those blocks a little bit. I thought we started to hit low. And one thing that I thought Jess did well in game 3 is she was getting blocked a lot, I thought, in game 2. And I thought she played a much better game in game 3. We really challenged her to try to go after high hands. That's good, but we don't want to be in the situation prior that we're getting housed a few times.
You feel like you started to read Nebraska's attack better as the match went on, like they're hitting numbers progressively up?
I think almost the players have to answer that better, because I think obviously we started to get blocks, but I do think that I see that a lot in matches, that they'll start to clamp on hitters. Jay, do you feel like that was part of the reason we started blocking?
Yeah, I would say so. And then just pressing hard and understanding that all we have to do is press as hard as we can and as low as we can, and that's how we're going to get blocks, and just playing more aggressive and being more aggressive.
Jaali, what was this environment like to come out here in front of 10,000 people?
It was incredible. I honestly feed off the crowd. I think it's so much fun. I kept telling the girls, we are so lucky to be here. We really just need to enjoy this and play as our best, because we don't get this every night. We're very lucky. We're very lucky. We're very blessed to have this, and it was a great time, and it was a great experience for me.
Coach, what stands out about Nebraska's freshman, Michaela Fecky, from tonight and what you saw previously?
There's some studs that have come out of Iowa. I think, Jaali had a great night, and Michaela's a great player, and I'm guessing you guys know each other. Is that accurate? She's a force, and, she hits the ball extremely hard. We talked about that with our players, that she just has more velocity than a lot of hitters. Sees the block well, has a lot of versatility with her attack. So I think she's going to be a great player in Nebraska history.
What was your plan tonight coming in? Where did you want to attack Nebraska?
Our plan was to try to keep tempo and create holes. So we feel like we've got pretty good offensive parity that we feel comfortable setting a lot of our players. So it wasn't necessarily, we had a couple blockers that we talked about that we thought we could go after a little bit, but more importantly, we wanted to create holes. But, if we're not in system consistently, that's hard to do, because we wanted to keep our tempo. And I thought we did an okay job at that, but that was one thing that I wish we would have executed a little bit more, getting in system, and then, be a little bit more faster tempo with our offense.
Coach, from what you've seen out of Jaali, I guess, you said having freshmen extraordinary, there's going to be moments where, you're not always going to be at your best while you're kind of adjusting to D1. But it seems like through this tough schedule so far, she's been kind of, if not your top player. What have you seen out of her that has just been game-wise that she's just able not to block that stuff out?
Well, Jaali's extremely mentally tough. I think, I've said this before, I think perhaps her greatest attribute is she's got a short memory. And again, what I mean by that is she can have something bad happen if she makes an error, gets blocked, and it's gone, and she's ready for the next ball to swing away and be aggressive. And I don't think that's something that's a lot of times taught. That's what excites me about her, is that I think players that can do that and are mentally tough night in and night out, I think can have really spectacular careers.
Any other questions? Great. Thank you.
Thanks.